Podcast is brought to you by the Hester Group, a law office with a 12-year proven track record of success. Now listen, if you've been involved in a serious car accident, you have injuries, your car is a wreck, you need to contact them because they can get you paid today. 314-652-4321. That's 314-652-4321. Tell them Staci Static sent you, but remember, the choice of an attorney is an important one and should not be based solely upon advertisement. Hey, welcome to the Static Podcast. I am Staci Static. So, you know it's Monday, so that means it's Lil Homie Monday. And I think I'm the only person who can call this man a Lil Homie and get away with it. Yeah. Maybe. It might be one or two.
It's like you and a few.
It's me and a few. It's a few of us from that era of his life. You would remember him as Shorty da Prince. He graced the St. Louis airwaves for many years. He started at the age of 12. He went on to work in several different radio markets. I have watched this young man grow up from a scrawny kid who wore way too big clothes. He used to come on before me on Saturday mornings for years. Like you started off doing that. And I'm so happy to welcome Reggie Son to the Static Podcast today. And guess what? He's doing a live performance. So we're going to get right into it. It's Lil Homie Monday on the Static Podcast.
Yeah. Feel the vibe, man. Shout out my man Tracy in here. Shout out to all the real musicians, real music lovers. We're going to get into some familiar, and then some of you might not be hip to. I got an EP out right now called Reggie Sunday, so we just going to feel the vibe if you ain't know. Yeah. 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 I be trying hard not to bite the bait. Lord, I don't want to fight the date, but she a fox like Michael J. Might just take it on down like a license plate. When it come time for the price to pay, give me that grace and mercy, Lord. Where I come from, niggas murk you for. Whole lot of green, I'm a herb before. Swerve off course, feeling like Ray Charles. Baby, give me your wrist. I know some pretty bitches who ain't shit, but you can't tell by they pages. I know some strippers who started off waitressing, but that money too contagious. I know some niggas who started off selling green, but them drugs graduated. To the white girl, to the white boy, hard to make the right choice when you're tempted. I was just over there fucking with Banger. He say I'm the St. Louis Kendrick. Shit kinda flattering, I must admit it, but it do not matter. Cause man in my city said they do not give you no credit until you're dead and gone. Fucking with who fucking with me said it. I don't care about your groups and your circles and cliques. Way too much purple and cap. That my little baby, she sexy and black. Her name is Nina, she sit on my lap. I do not be in no trap. Fuck, I look like I'm a free man hoe. In the Beamer bumping D'Angelo or Carter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lock swinging like my cock swinging. I am not thinking about no jealousy, huh? I hit 100 up 70 till around Lucas and Hunt. That's where them boys on the hunt. And you know they murder sons out in Ferguson. There, hang your ass out in Hazelwood. Even if pickers don't kill you, them niggas gon' kill you for living good. You know, didn't you know? Didn't you know? Tried to run, but I lost my way. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? You know it's Static. Look, okay, I'm twisting sticky women pretty, yeah, I know. I'm whipping, ain't nobody with me, yeah, solo. You keep it 50, I just keep it 100. I think I saw them people flick me, fuck, oh no. Whoop, 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 whoop. They pass, we good, close call. Thank God we good, we ball all year long. And all my real niggas got the number to my phone, so lane leave me alone, lane leave me alone, yeah. God bless your Monday, God bless your week. I go by Reggie Son. You can follow me on Facebook now, Reggie Son. And I got an EP out right now, it's called Reggie Sunday. One of the things I like to do is everything organic. So we're gonna go into what I like to call organic flow. Shout out Tracy on the strings. No strings attached. Yeah.
Ooh.
You know? Just in case you thought I'm somebody to play with. Don't play with me. I ain't for the games. Don't play with me. The fuck is you thinking? Don't play with me. You playing yourself. Don't play with me. Look, I whip up like real, like money on my mind, my mind, my mind. I don't drink and drive, but I might sip and ride. We good on this side, this side, this side. And high blowing smoke out, but low on the profile. Look, riding down the back street, with a pretty black girl. She want a backwood. I made her switch up. This that comes on, so blow that cart mud low. Power forward, she got that Georgia piece. She juicy, little bad ass, little boosie. Drink too much, she hunching. Fucking up all your functions. Bitch, I need all my money. Nigga told me don't worry. Look, I ain't been worried about nothing. Maestro on the track, no London. Feeling like a Reggie Sunday. Look, now that I got your attention, it's a big difference from niggas who figure out one way to get it and people who gifted. It's funny how people take others' opinions and feelings and play them as fact, but really it don't matter how they gon' act. It's how you react, straight out the middle of the map. I'm sipping organic, I'm feeling organic. I'm looking like Janet, I whip it like Danica. Tell her don't panic, I'm black in America. I'm disadvantaged, get off of my genitals, give me a minute. Got plenty to manage, she won't make advantage and put it on camera. She photogenic, want me to finish. I told her don't play with me. I ain't for the games, don't play with me. The fuck is you thinking? Don't play with me. You playing yourself, don't play with me. Look, I whip it like real, like money on my mind, on my mind. I don't drink and drive, but I might sip and ride. We good on this side, on this side. And high blowing smoke out, but low on the profile. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, second son, yeah, yeah. When you hear me say second son, it's cause I'm the second son. But no, I'm second to none. Good day. On the Staci Static Podcast is love. Yeah. 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 Shout out my boy G-Sco in the cut. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Man,
I'm glad we were able to pull that together.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Static Podcast. Well, you never left us. And, of course, that is Reggie Son. And like I told you before in the intro, if you recognize his face, you're trying to figure out, where do I know this kid from? Yes. Right. Shorty da Prince from radio. So how long has it been since you left?
Well, you know, everything come full circle. So I had stepped away for like about a year and a half on some hiatus stuff. Yeah. You know, just because... You know, like you said, I've been doing this since 12.
Yeah, so you needed to figure out what you wanted to do. Who are you?
Yeah, it just got to a point where I'm like, you know, the same things. And it was probably like just part of my growth, like the same things that excited me or enthused me over the years, like stopped doing it. And it was more so like I need to figure out why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I had stepped away for a minute. It was crazy. It's like, you know, everybody got like that leap they want to take. And sometimes it's like you got your reason before, but I didn't really realize my reason for doing it till after I did it.
Oh, okay.
And then after I did it, that's when I started, okay, I needed this. I needed to grow mentally, spiritually, get my discipline right. You know what I'm saying? Really tap into everything and fully indulge myself, you know.
So are you back in radio?
Yeah, well, I'm on like, I am on doing this morning show in DC.
Okay.
It goes through DC and Detroit. It's called The Morning Hustle. So like, and it basically like, so everything Shorty da Prince is pretty much like diminished now.
Okay,
you know
yeah, I know. When you wiped yourself off of social media, I was like, all right, he's serious.
Yeah, no, man, I just realized I'm a person who like a lot of times we like to dwell, and it's good to have memories.
Yeah.
Because that's like, you know, those are the things, sometimes the best memories are things we don't have pictures or videos of. It's just the things that you feel. But it's like I'm more so like I'm looking towards where I'm headed. And it's like, you know, I turned 30 this year. So it's just like, I know I ain't want to be, you know, 35 still introducing myself as Shorty da Prince. Not only because, like, if it still represented me, then I would be cool with it. But it's like I'm not short no more. I've been on, you know, like I've been on like a king mentality. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, once I started to feel that, I'm like, man, let me do that now. So like, I don't get to that point and then try to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let me start the transition now. Let me make people feel a little uncomfortable. What do I call you? What, you know? My mama named me Jordan. I am Reggie Son, but I know in St. Louis, like, I'm gonna be Shorty forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't like I feel, because I'm not ashamed of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever y'all want to call it. Like, you got different people who make it work, like, you know, your Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, you know what I'm saying? So right now, everything you're gonna see from me is Reggie Son under the music, and then everything on radio is Jordan or Honor Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Just like my government name. So yeah, the Morning Hustle, DC and Detroit right now.
And that's crazy because when I left radio and Kevin Johnson did the article on me, I was like, yo, eventually I'm gonna go to my real name, which is Kim. Like I want to transition into that. So I definitely understand that, because you get into this bubble, this mode, or everybody recognizes you or identifies you as one thing. You just like, but I'm so many
things.
Other things.
I was just thinking about that the other day. You know how like people, you know, because it makes people feel more comfortable to be able to categorize you as something.
Absolutely.
But we all have multiple gifts that God has given us, and it's like, our duty is to give those gifts back to the world in our fullest capacity. So that's one of the things I realized when I stepped away. It wasn't that I was incapable or that I couldn't do radio, music, acting, and all that. It was just like, it's tough. You know, your discipline got to be there.
Right.
And then you got to be built in such a way to where you're not swayed by people's opinions or how they feel about what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be built that way. Where did Staci come from?
Right? You're like, I didn't even know.
No, I didn't know that.
You know what? When I was doing my first air check for my first commercial radio job, I called a bunch of my friends, and one of them actually said that, and I was like, I'll do it on the air check. And then when Deja Vu hired me, and she said, you want to keep that name? And I was like, yeah, let me go on, because I didn't know how it was going to, work out with the whole radio thing. I was just like, yeah, let's just call me Staci.
And then you was gone, and it was gone.
It was gone.
It was out of here.
Yeah. So people like somebody was here last Friday, and they was just like, "That's not your real name." Like his mind was blown. I was like, "No, not at all."
Yeah, no, that's a great name though. And that's the thing is like when you remember when I got on the radio, I didn't even plan to do that. I used to just call in the D Stone show all the time. Like I was like that regular caller, every day when I got off school. And it was like when I used to hoop or like be running around playgrounds, it's like I was little, so it was like Little Shorty. So my name was timely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All those Staci Static, that's not a timely name. You can be Staci Static forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at that time when I'm calling to the radio station, they're like, what's your name? Well, I'm Little Shorty. That's what they call me right now. I didn't think it was going to turn into what it did.
Right.
So it was like, that's just a word of advice to anybody who, might be in that process. Like, you might want to pick some that can be forever. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. I mean, it's even, you say it's time, like I can be that forever, but it's like, I don't want to release a book as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Kim McCain. That's my legal. Like, that's a good name too. Like, anything could be anything. So no, don't be afraid to branch out and evolve.
Right.
I believe in the power of evolution. And you have evolved over the years. Like, I know it was a bunch of us. You posted a picture one day. We was like, Shorty done grew up on us, y'all. He done been in the gym. He got this hair now. I don't know who this person is. Was that also part of the process? You were like, I got to change my whole look around. I got to do everything. Or did that come and then you were just like, I'm a grown ass man?
Yeah, I think that just like came from, that was like the inside, like exuding, me exuding that, and it started to show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm like, oh, I gotta do like this for my image. It was just more so like one day I kind of realized it, like, oh, like as I grow, I'm starting to look like what I'm growing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's starting to represent me. Like my hair is like, as I grow, it grows, and it's just like locked in certain ways. And then like even with the fitness, it became like I started seeing results. Cause I don't want to make it seem like I'm just like, big fitness buff, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's more so from discipline.
Right.
It was more so like, all right, every day I'm gonna read a chapter, I'm gonna work on my music, and I'm gonna work out. And it's like, it wasn't, some days it'd be different regimens, some days it'd be 30 minutes, some days it'd be an hour. Every day I'm gonna meditate, you know what I'm saying? These are things, and of course, with the discipline, I started seeing results just from that. So it wasn't like I went into it with the mindset, hey, I want to start getting cut and all that. I just noticed, like, repetition, once, consistency, you're going to start seeing stuff, and then I guess I noticed, like, when I would start posting pictures, it's like different, even y'all and Tammy and all, I'm like, okay, well,
I done turned into a grown man on there.
Yeah, what's up with it? What's up, Tammy, since you trying to be on these comments?
That's a mess.
What's up, Queen Nicey, since you trying to be on these comments? No.
And that's why I would never be in them comments. I said, I'm just liking it, keep it pushing.
Come on now.
I'm not going to be out here getting that cougar status.
Hey,
no,
sir. It ain't a bad thing. That ain't a bad thing.
So, okay. So your music evolved too, because obviously you were like, I don't think a few years ago you would have had an acoustic performance with a guitar player.
Right.
Even your verses, like I remember when you started changing your verses, I was like, I see you.
Yeah,
I hit you and I was like, yo.
You were somebody who would like, I would send music to sometimes, or like, even when I was trying to get something played, you would say, I don't know if that's it or that, or I like it or something. But it's like, you've actually heard the evolution. And like I said, that's just part of me, realizing that like, nobody is in your life or putting things out for nothing.
Right.
You either like adding to it or taking away from you, either part of the solution or part of the problem.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I started to put more value on like what I released and what I actually said. And I noticed that like once I start caring more about it and realizing, okay, this can affect somebody, that's when you know, and I'm challenging myself. And that's when it started, like, you know, I started seeing people like, and that's one thing about it is like, you know, I've been doing it for so long, but it's good to know that like people can listen and say, oh, you getting better. Or I'm glad that I ain't just been doing it for a long time. And it's like, all right,
oh, he's still rapping.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like really like it's almost like a second run. You know what I'm saying? Because like with the Reggie Son, like pretty much Reggie Son's a new artist.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like me just living life and like started like you know. You can go in the studio and make a record about something stupid and it become a hit and you run it up and you get and that's cool, but it's like then you get those people who struggle later down the line because they want to live their truth and their music never represented their truth.
Exactly.
So it's like now people like, yo, I want to hear that from you. It's like, no, that ain't really me. I just put that out so y'all can like me.
Wow, they want that. Like,
well, see, the wow was my lifestyle at the time.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It was fitting.
Like G know, like shit. it was ratchet ass hoes. That's like.
Oh my God. Right. In your 20s, of course.
Yeah, like at like 19, like what else are we doing? We running around, we throwing these parties, we getting fresh, and it's ratchet ass hoes. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. So it's like, you know, and then we did a ratchet. Even the progression of that, even when I came with Ratchet Part 2, it's like, I'm tired of these ratchet ass hoes. I want a lady. You know, so you saw it start happening.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, you know, people just, it's like that. Because Ratchet was such a big, and is such a big, you know, it's a brand in the city. It's a you know, what I'm looking for. It's a hit record. It's, you know, it's a staple. Like when you go out of town, sometimes people, hey, do you know that song? Like, it amazes me when I come back here sometimes and they're still playing in the club regularly. And it's like, this a whole new wave of club goers. Like y'all wasn't even, and they still, you know, so it's like, I'm never like not knocking it, but it's like, how is Ratchet Asshole progressing? That it may make you feel good, but that ain't no type of progression. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you get people who be, oh man, we need another Ratchet. We'll make it. You know what I'm saying?
That's on you.
That's on you, man. Or listen to it, you know, because that's just, you know, I understand that we got, as the platform I have, and just even, you know, we all have a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'd rather be a part of the solution. And that's not to say everything I'm rapping about is necessarily progressive. It's like real life.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, it challenges you as a listener and as another artist to, hey, like whatever your truth, like if your truth really is in the streets and doing all that, okay, cool, rap about that. But that's not everybody truth who putting it out there like that.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be real, because a lot of the people who truth it is, they ain't talking about it.
No, because they know it's time spent in jail when they do that. We've seen quite a few rappers go to jail for talking shit.
There you go.
And actually living their life, and now they locked up.
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
So be careful what you do rap about if that is your true life.
Yeah, if that is your true life. That's why a lot of times they be rapping other people's lives, because it'd be like the nigga who really got the bag behind it. That's really his life.
Exactly.
But it's like, you look like it, so hey, rap about my life. Like, now you out here niggas checking you and you don't know what to do.
Right.
Because that ain't your life.
That ain't you.
You know what I'm saying? So you better, you know, it ain't all money ain't good money.
So would you say that obviously working in the music industry in the capacity that you did on the radio side prepared you for this? And in what way did it?
Prepare me for the artist side?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think every aspect did. Definitely, you know, like just seeing more so what I do want and what I don't want, like seeing how artists, you know, people react to certain artists, or how certain artists may treat, you know, their fans or people around them. It's like, oh, I like that. I don't want to come off like that. Or I don't, because some people don't know how they come off. So me being, and then also, you know, even in your position, like you'll, okay, let's say you'll meet somebody, right? And they act a certain way with you, and somebody will be like, hey, how was so-and-so? You're like, oh, they cool. Everybody's like, oh, they cool. But of course, they're going to be like cool with you because they understand you have position.
Right.
So it's like, somebody who might be an asshole might come in the room. It's like, who is this? Staci Static. Okay, she got reach. Okay, let me make sure I'm cool with her and her platform.
Exactly.
As opposed to might treat a regular person like shit because they don't feel like that person is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always been kind of tainted, like seeing other artists come around me, because it's like, I don't know if they really like that. I know they was cool, you know,
me, but
because I've noticed, like, when my position has changed from, you know, whether it's toggle up and down or whatever, certain dynamic artists have changed too, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, so I don't know, like I've learned a lot of lessons, but I will say like that through radio, you know, that's a you know, one thing about radio is experience trumps everything.
Yes.
So it's like, with me having so many years under my belt, that's one thing that I realized when I knew I stepped away from it. I'm like, damn, a lot of people take that leap of faith not knowing what kind of cushion they got.
No.
I'm like, I can do this knowing worst case scenario, I can get a job in radio.
Yeah, and that's what I said about you. Everybody was like, what's Shorty gonna do? I was like, you know what? He will be fine.
Yeah.
He always has that. It'll be a radio station always that will hire him. He will be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
At the least. We're gonna be all right.
He will be all right. He know how to make money. He'll be fine.
Sure.
I would think that you realize the importance of performances, because I know you and I have both seen a lot of people come out that were shitty performers. I mean, they might have the hottest record and you might think that maybe they have a promising career, but you see their live performance, they rapping over the track. It's not even very good. They have no stage presence. They have no personality. And I know you've been performing for a long time too, because you used to do like the little...
Remember Kina Plaza? Like, I used to do Joe Torre stuff. I've been
talent shows at Herbert Hoover.
Yeah, talent shows.
I'm going all the way back.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you learn from that. You know, you just take a little bit, because one thing about it is I've seen artists come and have a terrible stage performance, but when they come back, they sell out again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people just want to see you. Like, and it's like, I've learned not to like, you know, come off as like a hater or anything. I just understand that stuff is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, that's not how I would do it. But if you can sell out a venue and get people, because there's plenty of like artists and like records that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but or people who I never even heard of, and I'll go to a pageant type venue and it'll be sold out.
Right. And you're like,
you know
wow,
what I'm saying? Who is this person?
And
you know
who are these people?
So that right there is a skill in itself to get people, you know, to buy into you and have a liking to you. So I mean, but I've definitely, you know, I definitely would go to showcases and like, you know, let's say I'm fifth on the roster and I see people perform in front of me and I'm like, yeah, I got this. Yeah. He rapping over the track. Oh, you ain't connecting with the people, because that's why I love doing these experiences, real intimate. Like Tracy, like he done did a couple of them with me. Like it's more like a conversation with, you know, a performance in between. Like it's like I'm building what I'm talking to y'all feedback to me. Like our crowd interaction is always dope. I just love that like intimate settings. I've been in front of like thousands of people, but something about that small room, you know, that 250, 300 people that you can really look at and just see their emotions and see, you know what I'm saying, see them reacting and you know, when you saying certain stuff, like that's what I've developed a liking for. Like I just like that connection with the people. You know what I'm saying? A true connection.
That's how you build a strong fan base too. Right. And that's important. I think that's lost a lot in the music industry now. Yeah. It's like people don't take the time to really build up that fan base and build up their live performances. So I think that's dope. So you're doing it in other markets too. So you've done it in St. Louis. Yeah, so
I've done it in St. Louis. I've done one in DC. We sold out in DC. And then it's like the law of attraction. So once I started, because this one made me want to start doing it. I was like, okay, I want to showcase this new wave of music I'm on. But I noticed that like, ain't nobody necessarily gonna book me for the atmosphere that I want. You know, niggas still wanna book me for their parties, niggas. So all right, if it ain't there, you gotta create it.
Of course.
So I'm like, all right, let me get the venue. Okay, I know some dope musicians. Okay, boom. And then it's like, all right, let me get a small venue. Let me just do RSVP. First, I did it absolutely free. You know what I'm saying? I like, if you think about it profit wise, I'm the only one who didn't come. Like, you know, I made sure my band was taking care of everything, venue, all that.
Right.
But it's just like, hey, would y'all enjoy this? You know, and they like, yeah. And I knew it would work in St. Louis, because St. Louis, we kind of get to a point where it's like you either stop going out after a certain point because you don't want to necessarily deal with the ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like that little window, like where I'm at right now. Like I said, I turned 30 this year. That between that 27, 35, it's like a window of like nothing really for us that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like either I can go to a club that I really don't want to be in anymore. Right. I feel like I've aged out, and what is this song playing?
Right.
And then it's just like, it's too old shit. It's like, now I got to be 30, 35 to get into some place, and I don't want to be in there with 45-year-olds.
I want the in-between. Right. And it's like, I noticed that, and it's like, you know, you want something that you can steal, the ladies can steal, because the ratio is always more women. You know, when you can dress up, you can get cute, you can bring your homegirls, y'all can sip, and you can hear some good live music. And I just noticed that, like, you know, outside of like Tracy and them, like they down at BB's pretty much every Sunday, like with Lil Jones and stuff like that. Like that stuff inspired me, like going and like watching them play and stuff, because it's like, yo, like I would see it in other markets.
Yeah, Atlanta is good for that
Atlanta,
too. Yeah.
You know, DC is big on the go-go, so I would see like this live music stuff, and I'm like, damn, I think we would gravitate to this if we had it. And it, you know, especially like from somebody like me who y'all been knowing your whole life, and you see me grow too. So it's just like, you know, once I started doing them, people started buying into them. That's what it is. Like, sometimes you got to go through that period of like figuring it out. and like we like to get stuff all the way perfect before we execute.
Nope.
But it's like, you know, I still ain't perfected.
Right.
You know, it's more so like each time I'm just trying to make it a better experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first time was free. Second time, all right, let me put $10 on it. Oh, okay, y'all bought into it. Let me do it again. Oh, y'all bought into it. Okay, well, let's do this and let's add this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, instead of trying to perfect it, sometimes you just got to do it and then say, okay, now I want to switch this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just where I'm at with them now. So yeah, we did St. Louis, DC, Law of Attractions, and then they booked me for something called Unplugged in LA. I went out there and did that.
Nice.
Chicago got something similar called Soul Sessions. Did that twice, you know. So yeah, man, like all the vibes that's like similar to what I want, like they started coming to me once I started doing it myself.
I love it. If you just now tuning in, this is Reggie Son. You would also know him as Shorty da Prince, but we're going to talk about the growth and continue. But I do have to shout out one of my sponsors today. I got to say what's up to Shay's Donuts. And not only do they provide some of the most delicious donuts in the city, he can also whip you over something nice for lunch. So think about them if you're hungry right now. Hit my guy Sterling up over there on Grand. He can make you, you know, a fish plate, hamburger, Philly cheesesteak, all of that good stuff. Just make sure you stop by Shay's Donut Shop.
Dang.
Speaking to what?
They got the steak plates at the donut. Like I'm gonna say, damn, he got the donuts and the plates.
Yeah. Always, man. Always.
Hey, Tracy locked in for a minute. I saw him.
Yeah, right. He's like, well, I'm kind of hungry. I ain't ate. I've been here since. That's dope. That's dope. So what is your plan since you're, you know, providing this experience and you're growing as this artist and you're doing like a soul thing? Like, it's definitely organic, like you said. So what's the ultimate goal for you? Do you want a record deal? Like what?
Well, I mean, I would only want a deal like once all my business is covered on my end, like maybe like under my own entity. And then, you know, if y'all want distribution or something like, you know, because now it don't make sense, you know, because there's so many outlets. Short term, though, I want to be able to sell out 5 cities like twice, like, you know, my 5 core cities. So let's say I would do a St. Louis, Detroit, DC, Atlanta, Cleveland, you know, because those are all markets I've been in. So circle around, do them same type venues, run it back. And then from that point, you know, because I realize, and, you know, this is a challenge to you too, if you doing something you love and you've been doing it for a minute and the inspiration ain't always there. Sometimes you got to step back and look at like, okay, the game has changed a lot. Yeah. Right? The music has changed a lot. So I'm like, all right, I had to ask myself, what do you still love about it? Okay? That's the first step. Ask yourself what you still love about it. First thing first, if you can't find that answer, you might need to switch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So what do I still love? I love creating and I love performing. Okay? So it's like, let's focus on those 2 things. And then, you know, that'll give you that fulfillment that you're looking for. So it's like, you know, I noticed that like performing, that's one of the things I love to do in creating. So I want to continue to put music. I got another EP, Second Sunday, on the way. I ain't gonna say no date yet, but Second Sunday on the way. And then like the performance aspect. So I want to grow from, after I do the 5 cities, intimate venues, start doing hard ticket venues. So that way Live Nation can see, okay, he really selling out. And then, you know, expand on that. Like I'm not really good at like long-term goals. But like I just know like that's my short term.
Okay,
you know
I'll take
saying?
that. I'll take because you never know. You wanna leave some room for, you want it to be malleable. You want to be able to just, you know, I don't know. In 5 years, I might not want that. Anymore.
And I mean, and I noticed that too. It's like, you know, you can sell yourself short. You can like, I don't know, and then you also don't want to race against that. You know, whatever that is in your mind. I mean, sometimes it work for people. Like, hey, I said I'm gonna do this in 5 years, so this the goal. You gotta, you know, everybody operate different. You know what I'm saying? So whatever worked for you. But I just know for me, like, sometimes kind of step by step is better. You know what I'm saying with me.
So I have to get on your love life because you had a very what? You had no because you the cameras got real.
Oh, damn.
No, because you had a pretty high profile relationship at a very young age.
Yeah, I did like.
You were like, I mean, I was like, look at him out here, like I was like, they must be getting married because he out here claiming they
you
Facebook
and everybody else,
right? They real life official.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, hey.
No, because y'all actually, can I say her name? You mind?
Who, P? Yeah, no, I got nothing but love.
No, I know y'all still cool. Yeah,
yeah.
Paige and both of y'all went to BET together.
Yeah.
And we're hosting 106 in Park.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden y'all started moving around. She started pursuing her dreams out in LA and you started doing your thing. So y'all still cool.
It was a lot in between there.
Oh, okay.
But what's crazy is like before we was together before the 106 thing happened.
Yeah, y'all were in Detroit.
Yeah,
you met her in Detroit. Right?
And then, they hit me up and she was doing her thing. They asked about her. She was with me at the time. I'm like, here, talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And then what's kind of crazy is they almost didn't end up picking both of us because we was together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they even did things to try to like kind of sprinkle some sabotage in it and stuff like that. But that's why you got to be strong and built for that. And I'm like, and I'm sure she'll say this too, like I'm proud to say that like, that wasn't like the reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we didn't allow other people to kind of infiltrate our stuff because I will say though, I don't want to do that again.
Right.
Because I didn't even know I was doing it at the time. It was more so just like, all right, we kicking it, we showcasing our love, whatever. But then it became like and it took like a couple years after me and her stopped really being together for people to stop asking where she was under my comments. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I just understand like, a core of a relationship, you and that person, like, gotta be, because everybody always posting, when them and Bae doing woo, 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 and then when they break up, all they do is just go delete all the pictures. No, what happened?
We want to know.
No, yeah,
we
y'all.
Need story behind
come on now, y'all was letting us know y'all was on the boat and y'all was doing all this. What the hell happened on this end? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be built for that, and you gotta be careful and just, you never wanted to get to a point where, because once you start that, fellas and ladies, once you start that, depending on how the relationship go, it can get to a point where it's like, well, why you ain't posting me in a minute? You know what I'm saying? Or like, why? And it's like, it's just natural because it's like, all right, well, are you? Well, you usually do this. And it's like, you don't never want it to become a thing of like obligation or nothing like that.
Yeah, to showcase for everybody, because it's not about everybody.
It ain't about everybody.
It's just about the two of you. I was wondering what you learned from that, because I was like, that was bold.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I think like it was cool for us though, because it was so many like shots fired at us, like while we was up there with like BTs, like so many people and things trying to infiltrate it. It was like that made us a little stronger.
Gotcha.
Because it was like, I got you. We both new in this arena.
Yeah.
So we gonna lift each other up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was at the time.
Well,
so yeah.
I love it. So look at the growth. I love this. This is like one of my favorite days on my podcast, for real, because I talk to young people and I found out what's going on with y'all. I found out the lessons that you all learned, because I think that even though you might be younger than me, I can learn from you too, and some of the things and the evolution that you've had. So I'm inspired by you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No, because I've always admired the fact that, you just keep going. Like, you be like, I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to do it over here. And I'm going to go live over here. And I've seen you tackle every city that you've gone to. Yeah. And you've won in every city. So I'm just like, you just have this natural talent, this natural light. Shout out to your parents. I met them both. I love your mama.
Yeah. Reggie Son and Janet Son.
Yeah. So it's just like, I love to see like complete growth and you being everything that your parents wanted you to be.
Yeah,
and more.
And it's and it's the faith, man. And it's like, faith in God, and just knowing that like we all vessels out here, and like, you can't get too caught up in yourself. Every city I went to, when I first touched down, it was more so about the people. And then I wanted to tap into, especially with me being an artist first, it's like, let me tap into this music scene out here. Who's going on? And it's like people, I went to real places, your Detroits, your Clevelands, you know what I'm saying, your DCs. These are places where, similar to St. Louis in some ways, where it's like it either is or it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So if you come there trying to fake it, it won't be receptive. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just went into each market just trying to do that, man. Just really about showing love, man. It ain't, made it less about me, more so it's like, hey, I'm coming here to share this experience with y'all, and, blessings come from that, you know what I'm saying, from doing that.
And who taught you that, though? Did you think you just naturally had that, like, let me go in here, but was there ever a piece of advice when you first left? Because I remember when you first left St. Louis, and
when I went to Detroit,
your family was like, he'll be all right. Because I think your father came to the junkyard. And that's, or your uncle, somebody came to one of your family members, and he was like, we worried about him, but we know he got it, and we got his,
because when I moved to Detroit, I didn't know nobody there. Like, I had an uncle that was staying there like a long time ago, but he had passed away. So like, when I moved to Detroit, I went there one time. They took me out to the club, got me fried. Fried to the point where like I woke up and I was at the hotel. And I was like, I'm coming to Detroit, because they like looked out for me, and I was like, damn. And I was, St. Louis born and raised. So I'm like, man, let me. And I think one piece of advice my mom gave me that I never forget was like, I was kind of on the fence about going. I'm like, Mom, I think I'm gonna go. She was like, you you can never change where you're from, like even if you wanted to.
Right.
So like worst case scenario, let's say you go to Detroit and you fuck it all the way up, you're gonna come back home. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody thinking about that, it's like your home is always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you go, you mess it up, whatever, you can come back home and then you won't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you come back with a lesson. So I think that stuck with me when she said that. Like, you know, you can go mess up and then just come back here. I'm like, well, all right, the least I could do is go see about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I just noticed how proud, I don't know if it was like, it's probably like lessons I got over the years just from being, because I was watching the interview that I did like, probably when I was like 12 or 13 on like Channel 4.
That's funny.
And I'm even watching it, looking at myself, and I'm on the interview, I'm 13 years old. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just very observant. And I just like watching stuff before, and I'm like,
who is this kid? Right.
That's me. Like, you right. And I've been like that, and it's crazy like to look back and like, damn, okay, I've been like that for a while. Because I always try to be like a sponge before I, let me just go. Yeah, I like to go places and like, hey, let me be in the cut, roll my doobie up, you know what I'm saying? And just let me peep what's going on before I just step out here like, hey, this is me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me be absorbing first and observing and see what's happening.
Yeah, because I always tell people when in Rome, and you got to understand like the culture, the moves of other people. When you go to different places, you got to understand how people move and what they doing. Yeah. Don't just jump up and try to insert yourself into a situation. Everybody
yeah,
like,
no, exactly, because they automatically make them be on some like, oh,
right,
you know
you're doing too much.
Right. That's just like if you the extra friend. Like if somebody bring you on the outing and you the extra friend and everybody start talking, they laughing at a joke and you like, yeah, because when they like, nigga, you weren't there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the more you massage yourself into the situation, then it's like, all right, and then they start talking to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, you got to understand how people work in certain atmospheres.
People who have that's being like not being socially awkward. It's a lot of socially awkward people out here, unfortunately, and that's just the way. Just take that with you. If you've been one of those people, you've been socially awkward your whole life, like you said, massage your way into it. Yeah,
massage your way into it, man. Yeah. You know, it's okay. It's gonna be all right.
So do you have any other advice for like young artists or people who? Because I still get people who like, I want to do radio.
One of the things I go by now and I speak about a lot of times at the shows is that feelings ain't facts. And when I say feelings ain't facts, you can take it a couple different ways. It's still going to be true. But like everybody and their mama got an opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we swayed by people's opinions, and sometimes we'll hold other people's opinions to hold more weight just because it's whose opinion it is. When at the end of the day, it's still an opinion. Yes. It's like it don't work until it does. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like everybody got a door slammed in their face before. Nobody ever, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's popping, like Drake got turned away at labels. Chris Brown got turned away at labels. Like, Michael Jordan, they make the high school team. Like, there's so many stories, Yo Gotti bought himself out his deal. Like, it's so many stories like that. Everybody not gonna see your vision. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you gotta understand that, like, feelings ain't facts. So you got to believe wholeheartedly in what you see and don't be swayed by other people's opinions. And that's on both sides. Like I say like, don't get too up when they gas you, don't get too down when they trash you. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you can start to smell of yourself because people just lifting you up there. You know what I'm saying? They might be lifting you up to hang you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know your balance. Like, just understand that, like, whatever you believe in and you say, just like you say, hey, whatever you said you was gonna do, you did it, because it's like I had to have a talk with myself first before I put it out there to the world. Sometimes we speak too much before we process it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this. And then somebody call you out on it. It's like, oh, well, I would just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I really talk with myself and go back and forth with myself. Like, all right, this what we rocking. Well, this how we rocking, and don't care about, because I already know people gonna have something to say. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Every time, everything you do, people gonna have something to say. So just know, like, feelings ain't facts. Like, move how you gonna move. Don't be too swayed. You can take advice. You can, okay, cool, all right, thank you for giving that. But understand that you still stand on what you believe in. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And your direction. I love it. Shorty da Prince, aka, well, no, I'm sorry, Reggie Son, aka Shorty da Prince. FKA, can we say FKA? Formerly known as? Yeah. Okay. Also FKA. Jordan. Yes. And where can they find you on social media? Okay, Static told me I need to get my Facebook. So well, for this, I think. So what you say is Reggie Son at Reggie Son Live. At Reggie Son Live on Facebook. At Reggie Son Live on Facebook. On Instagram, it's at I am Reggie Son. Yeah. Twitter. It's Reggie Sunday. The name of the EP, RAGGIESONDAY. You know what I'm saying? So I am Reggie Son on the Instagram, Reggie Sunday on the Twitter. The EP's out right now, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. All you gotta do, whatever you got, just go search Reggie Son. And I released a single not too long ago called High in Love. So y'all can check that out too.
And when is your next performance here in St. Louis?
We are aiming for last Saturday in September.
Okay.
So that'll be September 28th, which is Tracy's birthday, by the way.
Yay.
That's what, Libra Day? Yes, we're going to let y'all get there, though. It's Virgos right now, though.
Oh, my God, you're a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo,
it seems
baby.
Like all, like, successful, like, artists, people, I got to give y'all props because my youngest daughter is a Virgo, and she's definitely an entertainer.
Okay. Okay. Well, who you talking about? Not the one I know.
Not Asha.
Not Asha.
No, the youngest one, the one that was at Herbert Hoover performing that little dance in her own world.
Yes, that's where it starts.
Yeah, you saw
That's
her.
where
She
it
did not
starts.
give a damn
Nah.
about them kids, and she was singing. I don't know. She was.
Shout out to Reggie over there at Herbert Hoover, man. That's where it starts, boy. You do that talent show, boy. It's on from there.
And she was like, I don't care what they think.
Come on.
Yeah.
She even know feelings ain't facts. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Already, her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
her ninth
man.
birthday
She a
is
Virgo
tomorrow.
too, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. What's her name?
Kylie.
Kylie, happy birthday, Virgo love.
Oh,
and
see.
to all the other Virgos, man. Much love to y'all.
When is your birthday?
September 11th.
Oh, okay.
9/11. Yeah, 9/11.
All
Wow,
right, so you're pushing for that, but you don't have it set in stone yet, so they should make
yeah,
sure they
so
keep
follow
up with you.
me mainly on the IG, though. That's where I update on everything. I'm going to try to get more active on Facebook. Shout out Sko on the 18th, too. 9/18, my brother G scoring here, man. So it's like, Virgo vibes. That's what we do.
Oh, here we go
Just
with this
give
Virgo
me
season.
Virgo.
I got to deal with this for a whole
Virgo
month.
vibrations, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But yeah, September 28th is where we aiming for that next live experience, man. This is something, actually Murphy Lee wrote me. He said, man, you got a date night. Like basically it's a nationwide date night. He said, you keep doing it, you're going to be the rap side A.
Yeah. I like that.
He said, you're going to be the rap side A, you keep doing that. So shout out to Murphy Lee for telling me that. So it's like, yeah, man, it's a great vibe, man. Come out. You know what I'm saying? Hear some good live music. I always had a band jam for a while before I go on. And then you can also check them out because they playing, these are very experienced musicians who've been doing their thing for a minute. So they always playing around the city and outside the city and everything, man. So, I'm just very grateful for where I'm at this point in my life because, a lot of times as men, we always go through like a transition. And a lot of times, a lot of us men, women too, but we mature a little later than y'all. And a lot of times we don't get to choose that time. Like it either comes from incarceration or it comes from somebody close to us being killed, or sometimes it don't happen at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's too late. So it was like, I'm grateful I was able to kind of pick my period where I was like, oh, this is why I'm doing it because I need to grow.
Or they're thrust into fatherhood prematurely when they didn't ask to be.
Boom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
another thing.
And therefore, your child forced you to kind of shift, so it's like you kind of forced into that. So I'm like grateful that I was able to do it, not by force, but by favor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now, I'm preparing for whatever the next steps are.
I'm so happy, man. Because that is dope. I like the fact that you spoke on being able to evolve at your own pace.
Yeah.
And not having a lot of input on how it was supposed to look, and you did it from how you felt. Like, this is how I feel, so this is how I'm gonna evolve.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So that's really dope. So Reggie Sunday, you make sure you check out his EP. You got a second one coming. We don't know exactly when.
Yeah, second Sunday is on the way. Like I said, I hate putting stuff out there, and then y'all gonna be checking me. Where is it? So I don't got the date yet, but hopefully I wanna have it out. Or I'm gonna definitely have something else out before the next show. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So y'all can just stay tuned for that.
One last thing. Have you traveled abroad at all? Because you feel like you need to be in an island somewhere and getting some
I'm going
motivation.
to Jamaica for my birthday.
Okay.
I'm going back to Jamaica. That's one of my favorite places to go.
Okay.
I've been to Brazil. I've been to all like islands and stuff. So I've been to Brazil. I've been to Bahamas. I've been to Dominican Republic, which is kind of crazy right now. But yeah, so I got places I want to go. I just got to prepare myself for them long flights because I'm not built for that.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't.
That is rough. Like different. That Brazil flight.
Yeah, I heard that's a monster.
Different. It was like 15 or something like that, and then we like had to make. It was like crazy. We had to make an emergency landing because the lady started tripping on the plane. It was an experience.
Yeah.
Like I got profiled in Brazil and everything.
What?
Like guns to me, all that. Like with the cops. I'm like, damn, am I in St. Louis?
Right. I see.
Like, and it was way scarier over there because you don't understand what the hell they saying.
Right.
So I'm just like, look. please. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I mean, but yeah, go do that, man. Go travel, because that also helps with inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I definitely do see myself like off living on an island somewhere.
I hear the influences in the music. Like, you throwing it in there. Go on, do your thing. Go on, do your thing.
Yeah,
Reggie Son, you make sure you check him out on IG. I am Reggie Son. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Can I call you Kim?
Absolutely.
You, Kim.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you, Kim.
You can. That's been the Static Podcast today. You know, I love me some Lil Homie Mondays. And like I said, this is a real life Lil Homie. But he a grown man now. So
straight up. Big dog. Y'all don't try that Lil Homie shit out here.
No, I'm the only one. Maybe me and D Stone and Tiffany Green. That's it. That's the three. Okay, we the only ones. So
straight up.
Tomorrow, of course, you already know we're going to teach you how to live your life better. I got a lady coming in to talk about how you need to get your finances together, the psychodynamics of how you spend your money.
Okay.
So make sure you tune in tomorrow to check out Linda Wash. And that's been the Static Podcast today. Holla. The Hester Group, a law office with a 12-year proven track record of success. Now listen, if you've been involved in a serious car accident, you have injuries, your car is a wreck, you need to contact them because they can get you paid today. 314-652-4321. That's 314-652-4321. Tell them Staci Static sent you, but remember, the choice of an attorney is an important one and should not be based solely upon advertisement.